Hi, this is Margo at Reproduction Fabrics, and I want to welcome you to our log cabin block of the month. Here's my wonderful example. This is the goal. It is 72 inches by 72 inches. There are 144 blocks in this size quilt. So in theory, you're going to make 24 a month. And I want Matt to zero in on this block right here. And you will see log cabins usually have a red center. And then there is the first surround, which is two different lights and a dark here. Then light and dark for the second surround. And so I was trying to, my original plan was to send you 3 darks a month, half yard, 3 lights a month, half yard. But on this initial shipment, we sent the red for the center, okay? And then we sent you 4 lights to do the logs and 4 darks. But the way this is constructed, each light surround is 2 different lights, and this dark surround is 2 different darks. So to get you to higher math, I think 12, I included 2 more fat quarters of dark and 2 more fat quarters of light, so you can make this ultra scrappy. It is your choice. You can make the first light surround the same fabric, the first dark surround the same fabric, or you could do 2 different lights and 2 different darks. Each following month, you will get 3 half yards of dark and 3 half yards of light. So you can continue on with this really scrappy look. You can include things from your stash. These are small pieces, so you might have some things left over that'd be appropriate. So it is your call.
Which the scrappy part is very appropriate for this time period, right?
Very appropriate for this time period. So as during all our major wars, Civil War, World War I and World War II, a lot of the textile mills closed their domestic production and shifted to war production. So there wasn't as much selection available. Then after the war, they ramped back up for domestic production. And so then you saw more fabrics available.
So the quilters were using whatever they had on hand, right?
Yes,
Pieces
yes.
of clothing or whatever they could get their hands on. So scrappy quilts were very appropriate.
Very, very popular. And I wanted you to be able to get this ultra scrappy look on the first month. And then when month 2 comes, you can use some things from month 1 with month 2. When month 3 comes, you can use some things still from month 1 with month 3. Also, we sent you a handout that includes the 4 different blocks that you could elect to make, and different setting options on those as well. I believe this one is called Barn Raising, and another of my favorites is Streak of Lightning, which is the one in the middle. I find this tool exceptionally useful. It really allows you to square up your blocks after you do each surround, so you're accurate for the next round of fabrics, okay? And there are good directions at Creative Grid on how to use this, so I would recommend. There are directions inside this black paper. I don't want to tear it apart for my next customer. And then I believe there's YouTube videos by Creative Grids that explain how to use this.
And if you look at the email we sent out at the beginning of the program, there's a link to those YouTube videos, so it makes it really easy to find them.
Right. So I especially enjoy the Civil War era fabrics. I own an 1863 to 1868 sample book and have designed fabric from that sample book. And also on our recent sale to Little House on the Prairie for season 1, a lot of the fabrics we sold them came from the Civil War era, because at the beginning of season 1 they're coming back from the war, and this is fabrics that were then available.
Perfect. So as the program goes on, in future months, they'll be getting more fabrics, and we'll be putting together some videos and maybe some YouTube and Facebook groups that people can join those
Yes,
and collaborate and show off their blocks.
yes. So the goal is, if you're going to make this size quilt, these are little tiny petite 6-inch blocks, you need to make 24 a month. Okay, it's one a day. It's doable. Very good. Happy sewing.
The one thing we should mention is if people want a larger quilt, we are happy to send you double fabrics in a month. You just need to let us know,
Yes,
right? Or you can incorporate some of your own fabrics to create a larger quilt.
correct.
You're just basically going to create more blocks, right?
Yes, more blocks.
All right, good. Thank you.